Hey there, deep divers. Get ready for a wild ride this week because we're diving headfirst into the world of startup funding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the companies making waves, the big bets on the future. And trust me, things are about to get really interesting.
It really is like watching the future unfold, you know?
Yeah,
Especially with the amount of money we're seeing.
exactly. And these aren't just any companies. Our friends over at Bearhug Recruiting, they've got their fingers on the pulse,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And their latest report, it's all about environmental tech and enterprise software.
Okay.
But they're picky in a good way. They handpicked companies that fit their own go-to-market search practice.
Interesting, interesting.
It's not just about who's raising the most cash, it's about who's going to make a real difference.
I like that. They're looking for the game changer.
Exactly. Spotting those slow-burning revolutions instead of just the flashes in the pan. And their report for the week of May 27th, 2024. Let me tell you, there's a major trend. AI and sustainability, like, joined at the hip.
Yeah, you see that everywhere these days.
Right. Every other company, they're either using AI to tackle environmental challenges or they're building sustainable tech with AI as, like, the secret sauce.
It's a powerful combo, that's for sure.
Totally. AI's got that processing power, the predictive capabilities to tackle those big, messy environmental problems. And, well, sustainability. Kind of important for the planet's future, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely essential.
All right, so let's get specific. First up, we're talking water tech. And not your grandma's water meter either, let me tell you.
Oh.
Subeca just raised a cool $6 million to make dumb meters smart.
I like it.
They're retrofitting those old meters with tech that uses, wait for it, Amazon Sidewalk.
Amazon Sidewalk. Interesting.
You know, that network that extends your Wi-Fi beyond your house.
Oh, right.
It's brilliant, actually.
Yeah.
Instead of ripping out entire water systems, they're just making them smarter, more connected.
Way more cost effective, too.
Exactly. And way more scalable. It's like, why reinvent the wheel,
Yeah.
right? Just give it an AI-powered upgrade. And it's not just tracking water usage. It's about using that data to
Right.
find those pesky leaks, optimize irrigation, and, of course, conserve that precious H2O.
The Internet of Things in action.
It's basically connecting everyday objects to the internet. Suddenly, you've got a web of data that can make things more efficient, more sustainable.
Exactly.
Okay, so picture this. Scorching summer day, sprinklers are about to drench your lawn.
Yeah.
But wait, the smart meter knows the soil's already moist, sends a signal, boom, no water wasted. Pretty slick, huh?
Like a silent guardian watching over your water bill and the planet.
Exactly. Saves you money and conserves a vital resource.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of water, Ketos.
Yeah.
They just got themselves a cool $10 million for their real-time water analytics platform. And what they're doing is straight out of a sci-fi movie, let me tell you.
Oh, really?
Okay, so imagine you could detect contaminants in water, but we're talking ppb level precision.
Parts per billion.
Parts per billion. It's like finding a single grain of sand in an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
What?
That kind of accuracy,
Yeah.
that game changer, especially for industries like agriculture, manufacturing.
Huge implications there.
Massive. And they're not just doing this for cities, but for farms, factories, even individual homes. We're talking about a future where you can instantly test your water, whether you're a farmer worried about pollutants or you're in a manufacturing plant, making sure there's not even a trace of contamination.
Public health, environmental protection, this could be revolutionary.
It's amazing the kind of insight we can have now into something as essential as water. Okay, let's shift gears from the essential to life over to the potentially revolutionary clean energy.
Okay, I'm listening.
XGS Energy, they just banked a cool $20 million for their geothermal energy system. But here's the thing. They're claiming their approach, it's different.
Different how?
And if it's true, this could be big. See, geothermal energy has always held so much promise. Clean, renewable, available 24/7.
Right, but.
But
Yeah.
there's always a but.
Right.
Traditional methods, super location dependent. You need those specific geological formations, make scaling up a challenge.
Yeah, it's been a limitation.
Big time. But XGS Energy, they say they've cracked the code. They've got a solid state system. Doesn't rely on those naturally occurring pockets of heat.
So no more drilling deep into the Earth's crust, hoping to strike geothermal gold.
Exactly. If it works as advertised, their tech could unlock geothermal for so many more places.
Wow.
Making it a real contender to those fossil fuels. We're talking about a future, maybe, where cities run on clean energy pulled right from the earth.
Now that's a future I can get behind.
Now we're talking, right? That's the kind of innovation I like to see. But get this, while XGS is tapping into the Earth's heat, 280 Earth just raised a mind-blowing amount. You ready for this?
Hit me with it.
$50 million
Mm.
to capture carbon dioxide straight from the air.
Whoa. That's ambitious.
Right? Is that even possible?
It's called direct air capture, and surprisingly, it's not as sci-fi as it sounds. What's really interesting here is the scale. 280 Earth wants to capture 500 tons of CO2 per year, and they've got some big names backing them.
Like, oh,
Alphabet, Inc., Google's parent company.
hold on, Google's in on this. Okay, now I'm really interested. Are they building, like, giant air purifiers for the whole planet or what?
Huh. Not quite. But their involvement really shows how important carbon capture is becoming, especially in the fight against climate change.
Right.
And Alphabet. They're known for thinking big, so for them to invest in 280 Earth, that says a lot.
It's like they're taking their "Don't Be Evil" motto to a whole new level, tackling climate change head-on. But hey, speaking of cool tech with a futuristic vibe, Aeromine Technologies just got $9 million for their wind energy solution, and it's pretty unique.
Unique, how so?
You know those massive wind turbines, those towers with the giant blades?
Yeah, hard to miss them.
Forget them. Aeromine's system is completely silent, no vibrations, perfect for cities.
For real, cities have been trying to figure out the whole renewable energy thing for ages, but those big turbines, just not practical.
Not at all. But imagine skyscrapers generating their own clean energy from these sleek, almost invisible devices.
That would be a game changer.
Talk about a futuristic cityscape. It's like they traded those noisy blades for a whisper-quiet energy collector. I love it.
So seamless, integrating those renewable energy solutions right into the urban landscape.
Exactly. Now, we can't talk about groundbreaking tech without talking about, well, AI.
True, everywhere.
Everywhere. Witness AI just got themselves a cool $27.5 million. AI security and control.
Now that's timely.
Right. As AI gets more and more sophisticated,
Risks become very real.
we've got to address those potential risks. It's like any powerful tool, you need safeguards.
Absolutely.
So Witness AI, they're like the AI whisperers, making sure this powerful tech stays on the straight and narrow.
Ensuring that AI is used ethically, predictably.
Precisely. Because as much as we all love AI and its possibilities, nobody wants it going rogue, right?
Definitely not.
It's like, remember Isaac Asimov's 3 laws of robotics? We need those, but for the digital age. But hey, on a slightly less existentially threatening note, how about some AI for a greener energy grid?
Okay, I like where this is going.
ThinkLabs AI, they just snagged $5 million. They're ThinkLabs Copilot, an AI system designed to make those energy grids, well, smarter, greener.
So instead of a human managing the energy grid.
You got it. And AI's calling the shots.
Interesting.
It can analyze massive amounts of data in real time. We're talking optimizing energy distribution, predicting outages before they happen, even integrating those renewable energy sources seamlessly.
Imagine that, a world without blackouts, all thanks to some clever AI.
And all while minimizing our fossil fuel use. It's like we're giving our energy grid a brain boost. From those smart meters to AI-powered grids, feels like we're on the verge of a clean energy revolution.
It's exciting to think about.
Right. But before we get too carried away with all the good stuff, let's talk about the potential downsides of this whole AI boom. We've all seen those sci-fi movies where the robots take over.
Okay, let's not give anyone nightmares.
Fair enough. But really, AI is getting smarter by the day. How do we make sure it's still safe, ethical?
It's a critical question, and it's something that keeps a lot of people up at night.
For sure. And that's where a company like Patronus AI comes in. They just raked in $17 million. Their platform actually evaluates the security and accuracy of those large language models, those LLMs that everyone's going crazy about.
Oh, yes, the LLMs. Like ChatGPT, for instance. Hugely popular, but they're complex.
Deeply complex.
They're trained on these massive data sets so they can pick up biases, Could even be vulnerable to manipulation if we're not careful.
Exactly.
Patronus AI, they're like the watchdogs.
That's a good way to put it. They're making sure those LLMs are safe, reliable.
It's a necessary step, for sure.
Totally. It's like giving them a background check before we unleash them on the world, right?
Yeah.
Because the last thing we need is a biased AI writing a best-selling novel, or even worse, influencing, big decisions.
Yeah, right. It's about responsible innovation.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, let's shift gears to a company that's combining really cool tech with a very well-grounded industry.
Ooh, I like that. Grounded. What are we talking about?
Agriculture. Traction Ag, they just banked $10 million. Their mission? Helping farmers, but with data.
Okay, so full disclosure, my thumbs are way more green than my actual thumbs.
I hear you.
How does data science work on a farm? Help me out here.
Imagine this. A farmer can predict the absolute best time to plant, when to fertilize, even when to irrigate, all based on real-time data coming in from their fields.
Whoa.
That's what Traction Ag does. They've got software that analyzes everything. Soil conditions, weather patterns, even market trends, all to help farmers make those smart decisions.
Data-driven decisions for a more sustainable, more profitable future.
You got it. More food, fewer resources, that's the goal. And it's crucial as the planet's population keeps growing.
It really is. It's like we're talking about giving farmers a crystal ball, except it's not magic, it's data.
And with climate change being what it is, those insights are more valuable than ever.
They really are.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered water, energy, AI, even agriculture. What's next? Are there any industries out there not caught up in this wave of innovation?
That's the best part. It's everywhere. Like Simmer, for example. They just raised $20 million.
What do they do?
Simulation software, but aimed at manufacturing. Imagine being able to design, test, and optimize products before you even build them.
Virtually.
Exactly, in the virtual world.
So no more trial and error, building prototypes that don't work.
You got it. It's faster, it's cheaper, and because you're not wasting materials, it's way more sustainable.
That makes a lot of sense.
Plus, you can experiment with tons of different designs all in the digital world until you land on that perfect one.
Like having a virtual factory where the possibilities are limitless. Okay, speaking of pushing those boundaries, Coactive just raised a cool $30 million for their very unique take on AI.
Very cool company. Their AI understands and analyzes visual data, like images, videos, but without relying on traditional tags.
Hold on. So their AI can look at a picture of, let's say, a dog chasing its tail.
Sure.
And it actually knows what's going on. Without me saying, this is a dog, this is its tail. Dogs like to chase things.
Exactly. It's about teaching AI to see the world a bit more like humans do.
That's incredible. Think of the applications. Self-driving cars that actually see their surroundings.
Yeah.
Medical imaging that can spot things even the best doctors miss.
The possibilities are pretty much endless.
Okay, let's stick with this whole AI thing because Infiniform caught my eye. They just landed some seed funding for their generative AI platform.
Ah, yes. Infiniform. They're shaking things up.
It's like their AI is designing and manufacturing products all on its own.
That's the general idea. They want to streamline that entire process, from design to manufacturing, all using AI.
So you just tell the system what you want, and boom, it spits out a design.
Multiple design options, actually. It can then optimize those designs, make sure they can be manufactured, even create blueprints that are ready for production.
It's like having an entire design and engineering team, but powered by algorithms. No more late nights, no more endless cups of coffee.
And that's huge for smaller companies, or even individual creators. It levels the playing field.
I love that. They're not just pushing the tech boundaries, they're saying anyone can innovate. Okay, but let's talk about a company taking innovation to, well, the skies.
Let me guess, drones.
You got it. Aerodome. With their drone as first responder tech, they just got a cool $21.5 million in funding.
Wow, that's a lot of faith in drones.
Right. But are we really ready for a world where drones are the first ones on the scene?
It's coming, whether we're ready or not. Think about it. A drone arrives at an accident before an ambulance. It could send critical info back to first responders, maybe even deliver life-saving aid.
It's like a guardian angel, but with propellers instead of wings.
And think about the other possibilities. Inspecting infrastructure for damage, monitoring wildfires, maybe even delivering that pizza you ordered.
Okay, so maybe those robots taking over the world aren't so bad after all, as long as they bring pizza.
Exactly. But while we're on the topic of solving big problems, let's talk about Verse. They just raised $20.5 million. AI-powered software, but this one helps companies use less energy.
So saving the planet and saving money at the same time. Sign me up.
It's a win-win. Their AI digs into energy usage patterns, spots inefficiencies, and boom, recommendations for optimization, like having an energy-saving guru on call 24/7.
Okay, that's clever. It's like giving businesses a financial reason to do the right thing.
And with so much concern about climate change, it's not just the right thing to do, it's good for business.
Companies are finally starting to understand that sustainability is good for the bottom line.
Absolutely.
Okay, we've got to talk about cybersecurity, right? All this AI, all this data, it's a double-edged sword.
It absolutely is. It's something everyone's thinking about.
So how do we protect ourselves?
Companies like Socradar are leading the charge. They just banked a cool $25.2 million for their cybersecurity platform. It's like a digital shield protecting against those cyber attacks.
So they're like the internet's detectives,
Yeah.
sniffing out trouble before it happens.
They use AI, machine learning, all the latest tech to keep a step ahead. It's a constant battle, but they're on the front lines.
It's like a digital arms race. Good thing we've got companies like them on our side. It's a wild world out there, that's for sure.
But, as we've been going through all these funding stories, it's really hit me the sheer amount of innovation happening right now.
Absolutely.
It feels like we're on the edge of, I don't know, a tech revolution or something.
It's a pivotal time, that's for sure. And the exciting thing, it's not just happening in Silicon Valley anymore, right? It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
We're seeing it touch everything: agriculture, how we make things, energy, even healthcare. It makes you wonder what's coming next. What are people dreaming up right now? In their garages, in labs? What's going to change the world next week?
That's what's so amazing, isn't it? This constant evolution, always pushing forward. This week alone has been incredible, and it makes you realize we're in for a wild ride.
I'm kind of excited about it, actually. It's like this deep dive. It's like we got a glimpse into the future,
A little sneak peek behind the curtain.
Exactly. But like with any good exploration, it's those questions that stick with you, the ones you keep thinking about long after the adventure's over. So what about you? What's got you thinking about the future after taking this deep dive into the world of startup funding?
It's the wide range of industries being impacted that's really got me thinking. Like we were just saying, it's not just about Silicon Valley anymore. We're talking about agriculture, manufacturing, how we manage something as basic as water. Makes you wonder what innovations are right around the corner and what role will each of us play in this rapidly changing world. It's a question we all need to consider, don't you think?
Absolutely. It's a future filled with so much potential, and I, for one, am really excited to see what happens next. And to everyone listening, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of innovation. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking those tough questions, and keep your minds open to the incredible possibilities that are just ahead.